Hello to all the wonderful Aptera investors, my fellow Aptera reservation holders, and our Aptera curious friends. This is a huge week as Aptera has finally broken their original accelerator goal of $20 million. If you're planning on reserving an Aptera, please consider using my link below to save $30 on your reservation. In this video, I'm going to recap the 28th week of Aptera's accelerator program. My numbers are based on the August 11th, 10:07 p.m. update. Nothing I say in this video should be considered investment advice. I am not an accountant or a financial advisor. Please do your own research before investing, and investing, especially in a pre-production startup company, is very risky. Aptera is still looking for large-scale investment from an institutional investor or a significant grant to start production. Even with the accelerator program temporarily closed to non-accredited investors, their crowdfunding efforts continue to grow. Republic reports almost $1,438,000 raised, which is an increase from last week by $3,748. The accelerator program broke the $20 million goal last week. This brings Aptera's total raised to over $21.44 million raised. This means week 28 saw an increase of investments of $118,665. This is an average week's increase since the program was closed to non-accredited investors. Maybe it was the fact that they were close to breaking 20 million, but we saw a lot of action in many weeks, but it was the lone week 28 investor that took Aptera over the line. It is probably time to retire the progress to 20 million pie chart now that Aptera has reached its initial goal for the accelerator program. Also, the pie chart is looking very cluttered and hard to read. I'm working on this stacked graph and increased the new goals to 25 million, which should be easily reached with the number of vehicle slots still open. I do not want to make it as cluttered as the pie chart with each week's broken out, but I think it would be valuable to add at least one more data point to show how much was added in the last week. This bar graph shows the cumulative amount raised by each week's group of investors. The lone week 28 investor, BT from Florida, which was added on the last day, was very significant. Their $21,045 investment is what finally pushed Aptera to break the $20 million goal, but 7 other weeks also contributed to making that happen. Breaking out the changes each week into a spreadsheet shows that weeks 1 and 27 played a huge role, each contributing more than $30,000 each. Weeks 4 and 21 averaged about $10,000 each, but don't discount the contributions of weeks 7, 8, and 14. Without their combined investment of about $8,000, the accelerator program would not have broken the $20 million mark last week. Week 28 almost became the first week with no new investment, but BT from Florida was added on 8/10, the last day of the week. Week 28 only added 3 new investors. We have 1 investor in week 28 and 3 investors added to week 27, but we did lose a week 1 investor. This means week 28 brings the total number of investors to 1,357 and leaving 643 vehicle spots to be filled. Aptera added only 1 prior investor, but 2 new investors to the program. Aptera now has a total of 770 prior investors and 587 new investors. The percentage raised by new investors stayed at 45% of the total invested. The total raised from new investors increased to just over 9.07 million. Prior investors added a decent bump to their investments to go from 10.87 million to 10.95 million. The average invested per person for week 28 was high because we have the single investor with their contribution of $21,045. With all the contributions this week and only a few new investors added, the overall average was bumped up a significant $235.68 to reach $14,414.87. If the average investment for the program stays above $14,000, Aptera could see another $9 million raised by the end of the program. This week we had a newcomer skip into the top 15 accelerator investors. JT from Nevada recently invested another $52,545. This was a jump of probably over 800 spaces on the Accelerator Leaderboard, as JT had previously only contributed $10,500 to the accelerator program in the first week. It also moved him from vehicle spot 29 to 17 due to his prior investments. There was no effect on the top 15 vehicles spots this week. However, stay tuned. I'm working with Steve of Aptera's Owners Club's channel to do a retrospective on the changes to the top 20 vehicle spots so far. The vehicle spot that was donated to him has moved from number 11 to 20. This should air on his channel in the next week or two. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, like and share to help our channel grow. And below you'll find links to our website, Evolv-Electric.org, our Twitter and Instagram